During a very unstable period of my life, I was drawn into circumstances whereby I personally encountered what I referred to as the interdimensional beings. Only a few days out of suicide watch at the Harborview Psychiatric Hospital in downtown Seattle, an old friend of mine knocked on my door wearing a wild fur coat that I had given him and carrying several pounds of psychedelic cyanescin mushrooms. At 3 a.m., we brewed a very strong tea comprised of his entire stash and ended up running wild on foot in downtown Seattle among the twilight junkies and the foraging homeless. Down at the waterfront, I beheld a great dark portal open up in the night sky, which I at first thought to be a black planet. Much larger than this portal, much larger it seemed than the entire city of Seattle, and perhaps the whole state, were the bizarre, looming forms of the alleged interdimensional beings. When they appeared, they were so big, they seemed to comprise the entire night sky, wearing the stars as ornaments. It was almost as if this vision shocked my soul right out of me. I collapsed on that harbor dock and had to be carried home. Prior to collapsing, I had pointed up to the sky and screamed, "Look, the ancients." Just then my friend in his fur coat, as well as several junkies, all looked up at the night sky, went bug-eyed, and began screaming too. In his book, After the Fire, A Still Small Voice, filmmaker turned memoirist Stepan S. describes a lifetime of encountering the supernatural. It seemed to be something he had been called to, perhaps even before birth. In one chapter, he relays a very convincing tale of crossing paths with the mythical Leviathan in the Gulf of Mexico. Now that people are reporting and posting videos of dragons in the sky, giants in the woods, and demons among us, and given my own encounter with the alleged interdimensional beings, I begin to wonder if folklore is not a more reliable source of truth than the ubiquitous and chronically unsatisfying modern deity of science. Incidentally, this particular dragon that you see here is made of synchronized drones, and if one couples the notion of this capability with the substance of this movie, it becomes very clear just how Wernher von Braun's false flag alien invasion will likely take place.
The integration of my illusion tech with your weaponized drones was brilliant. Powerful illusions, real damage, worked like a charm. And it's just the beginning.
Except I do expect it to include strange and reptilian creatures, although they won't be coming from the sky. In his book, After the Fire, A Still Small Voice, a memoir of encountering God, Stepan also describes being spoken to by the great creator in dreams. Lately, I have begun to examine the content of my own dreams with exponential interest.
So Paris tomorrow? Go to the Eiffel Tower? Should be great.
I read it was secretly built as a mind control antenna to create an army of the insane.
Oh.
For Brandish Productions, this is Daddy Brandish.